Rachel, thank you. We're continuing our Growing Idaho series now on some of the hot spots for business growth in our area. Today, we're headed to the second biggest city in the state and where I grew up, Meridian. It's drawing people from all over the valley every weekend and night for big mixed-use developments, with yet another one on the way. But while the city is gaining a lot with all that new development, plenty of folks are missing what Meridian is losing.
We're really excited.
Tommy Alquist is the CEO of Ball Ventures Alquist, the development company behind the district at 10 Mile, a huge new development headed for this chunk of land off the 10 Mile exit.
It's 222 acres, and it'll be a very large mixed-use project that'll have a combination of housing, of various types of housing, a big retail center, more office and medical office, and entertainment.
This is going to be just the latest development in that area.
We did a lot across the street at 10 Mile, and with that interchange and with what's going on with Highway 16, it truly is the center of the valley. It's easy for people to get to regardless of where you live.
Meridian has been one of the fastest growing cities in the country for years, with its population spiking by 56% from the 2010 census to the 2020 census. Besides the number of people, the city has also grown in the number of square miles, sprawling into Boise, Eagle, Kuna, and now especially Nampa to the west.
There's a lot of housing around that area. It's a great place to live because there's so many places to work that are options around you.
Meridian was, for a time, battling to avoid becoming a bedroom community with only miles and miles of subdivisions. They focused on adding business and industry, and the battle seems to have been won with the district, all the development across 10 Mile, the village at Meridian, all the businesses up and down Eagle Road, Sensi, Topgolf, you name it. This Meridian is almost unrecognizable from the Meridian of the 90s or even a few years ago. And that's a problem to a lot of people in town.
So we moved from Nebraska, a small town of about 650 people, to Meridian in 1998.
Pam Martin moved to Meridian more than 2 decades ago, drawn by not the business development, because that was not here, but the city's rural identity.
We were really drawn that there was still the cornfields, not so many bean fields, but there were mint and other fields just all around us. And we just fell in love.
That Meridian, the smaller rural town of about 30,000 people, is gone. About 100,000 people have moved in since then, and all those former fields now have homes or businesses built on top of them. Pam, like many folks, miss that Meridian.
And I know that we can't go back to that.
But she is keeping perspective.
The growth is good in that we have great restaurants. Meridian is starting to boom, where its downtown is becoming more lively. And I think that that's a positive.
But
Lack of sidewalks, lack of bike paths, those types of things kind of limit your ability to get to places quickly. And even the traffic at certain times of day is just gridlock.
she knows that just because you cannot stop change does not mean you cannot plan for it. And with Meridian growing into other cities, she knows it's going to take much improved coordination to ease the biggest business growing pain for this community: traffic.
Each individual city affects the other, correct? So I hope that that changes a little bit in the future, and that they start to have those conversations as we're going to continue to grow. And I think they need to plan far ahead for that if they can catch up.
Yeah, if they can catch up. And we've talked about the traffic plan that Compass has for the entire valley. You can find that on ktvb.com. Martin also told me that even though Meridian is exploding in population, still feels like a small rural town in many ways because of how nice everyone is. Even the new Meridian residents, even the people moving in from a certain state well to our southwest, right on the coast. You know the one, don't want to trigger you with the name. Next week, we continue our series as we head to Garden City, which also has an identity that's changing very quickly.